Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Liyana binti MASRUHEN. In this video, our group will present about movie review, which the title of the movie is Okay, Madam. Our group consists of 5 members, which are Liyana MASRUHEN, that is me, DARWISYA HADIRAH, NURUL FARHANAH, FAKHIRA ILLISYA, and the last one, NURFARAHIDAYAH. Before we start our presentation, let's take a look at the short trailer of the movie.
에어 하와이와 함께 해주셔서 진심으로 감사드리겠습니다.
안돼 저희 꼭 타야 돼요 꼭.
안 사람 되시나 보구만.
아니요 저희 가지고 비즈니스 클래스 있습니다.
너무너무 좋다.
이제부터 이 비행기는 우리가 차지한다. 엄마 꼭 데리고 올 테니까 걱정하지 마. 꼭 찾을게 아빠가.
아우 나가요.
오랜만 더 목면화.
어떻게? 어머 힘잡아 어떻게? 잘 좀 가입시다 하와이까지 예?
비행기는 없이로 나가서도 좀 싸우지 좀. 거기 우리 요원이 하나 타고 있습니다.
구해야죠 비행기. 오케이?
오케이.
밖에 몇 명이나 있어요?
한 7, 8, 9, 10? 잘 모르겠는데.
Okay, now let's move to the synopsis of the movie. Okay, Madam is a Korean Asian comedy movie about a struggling middle-class family. Despite their financial difficulties, Myung, a cheerful market store owner who sells delicious fried twisted donuts, her husband Sukwan, who operates a small crowded PC repair business, and their Asian movie fan little daughter create one happy family. One day, Myung wins a free family ticket trip to Hawaii. These prizes are found under the bottle cap. Instead of redeeming the reward, she considers cashing it out. But for the sake of the family happiness, she decides to go. When Myung, Sukwan, and their daughter all navigate on the airplane to Hawaii, things doesn't go as expected. A group of terrorists from North Korea that are led by Cho Sung, who chase after a secret agent called Magnolia, get on the same airplane. The passengers are quickly turned into the hostage. Suddenly, Myung and Sukwan begin rescuing the passengers and their secret are revealed. Myung is the secret agent that Cho Sung is looking for, and her husband, Sukwan, was an ex-worker of National Intelligence Service agent. Myung, Sukwan, and the passengers start to collaborate and help each other against the terrorists. At the end, Cho Sung was backstabbed by his men to take Myung and sell her off. Cho Sung then tried to save Myung against his men. Now let's move to the 2 main stakeholders and their stakes. The first main stakeholder is Myung. Her first stake is to have a normal life instead of being a secret agent. In order to have a normal life, she quit her job as an agent for North Korean Special Forces Operation Gwolsun. She is willing to change her appearance by performing plastic surgery and change her name from Gwolsun to Myung. She starts a business that sells fried twisted donuts to make a living and support her family financially. The second stake is to prioritize her family happiness. She tries to be the best wife and mom for her family. When she wins a free family ticket to Hawaii, at first, she wants to sell it so that she can get money and use it to buy a new washing machine. But after her daughter cried and expressed her feeling about how she been teased by her friends in school, Myung started to think about going to Hawaii if it will make her daughter happy. So she made a decision to go to Hawaii to make her family happy. The second stakeholder is Cho Sung. His first stake to ensure any job given is carried out properly and obeyed to the government. He got an order from the government to bring back his former partner, who is Myung, because there are men who are after the Seoul nuclear warhead planned by Myung's father. If the plan is released, the world will turn into the hell. Therefore, he needs to get Myung to save the world by hijacking the plan. The second stake is he intends to save Myung. Even though his men backstabbed him and planned to send Myung off instead of handing her to the government, he tries to prevent it from happening. He tried to save Myung and other passengers by collaborating with Myung against the terrorists. Now, I will pass to the next presenter, NURFARAHIDAYAH.
Thank you, Liyana. Next, the main villain in this movie is Chol Song, who is starring by Lee Sang-yoon. Chol Song is one of the North Korean government agents who hijacked an entire plane to capture a secret agent and endanger other passengers' lives. The ethical dilemma of main villain is whether to endanger other passengers to capture a secret agent called Magnolia. Chol Song has been ordered by the North Korean government to capture a mysterious defective secret agent called Magnolia who is on Boeing 777. Initially, he asked his teams to find Magnolia by recognizing all passengers one by one on the plane. Unfortunately, they didn't find any passengers who look like the secret agent, as the secret agent has undergone a plastic surgery to change her appearance. As the leader of the raid, Chol Song has decided to reveal their intention of hijacking the plane, and his agent teams forced the passengers to follow them by using violence such as hitting them and blackmailing them with knives. Next, the heroine is Mi Young, a jolly stall owner who sells the delicious fried twisted donut at the market, who is starring by Jung-hwa. She is also the secret agent that the terrorists looking for. The ethical dilemma of heroine is whether to hit the terrorists to protect herself and other passengers or not. Mi Young, using her firing skill that she learned while she was an agent to counter the terrorist men who attacked her and other passengers. She hit them so badly and fought very well to take back the hijacked flight from the North Korean agents. Mi Young has cooperated with Chol Song after he was betrayed by the other agents, where they want to sell Mi Young instead of giving her to the government. Because of that cooperation, they managed to defeat the bad agents and all passengers are safe. Lastly, we recognize Sok-hwan, who is starring by Park Sung-won as a hero. Sok-hwan is a Mi Young's husband and Nari's father who works as a computer repairman, and he is also a retired agent of National Intelligence Service (NIS) South Korea. The ethical dilemma of hero is whether to hack the autopilot system by using the National Intelligence Service (NIS) systems. As a retired agent of NIS, Sok-hwan logs into NIS systems to inform the agency regarding the hijack incident, and he also asked permission for him to participate in the mission of rescuing all passengers, but he did not obtain it. He insists on getting involved and cooperate with a wannabe secret agent as steward Jung Hyun-min to suppress the terrorism. He also tells the secret agent to build a gathering network on force and secure a safe exfil for the hostage. Sok-hwan gets to control the flight movement by hacking the autopilot system using the NIS system. Next, I will pass to Fakhira ILLISYA.
Thank you, NURFARAHIDAYAH, for the explanation and the answer for the previous question. The next question is, study the actions that happen in the movie, which is okay madam, then analyze and discuss the actions taken by the villain from a consequentialist point of view. The answer for this question is, consequentialism is an ethical theory that judges whether or not something is right by what its consequences are. If the outcome is positive, it is ethically good, while if it is negative, it is ethically wrong. For instance, most people would agree that lying is wrong, but if telling a lie would help save a person's life, consequentialism says it's the right thing to do. So, from this movie, Chae-sang is considered to be ethical under this principle. Chae-sang is Mi Young's former and betrayed partner, and he's been looking for her for 15 years, who is also leading an operative against her. As a result, he must enlist Mi Young's help in hijacking the plane in order to rescue the planet. Chae-sang is seeking Magnolia, who is Mi Young, a secret operative, and her spouse, Sik-hwan. Despite his mad subterfuge and intentions to sell Mi Young instead of giving her over to the government, he makes efforts to stop it. He unites with Mi Young to save Mi Young and the other passengers by conspiring against the terrorists. The conclusion for this point of view, Chae-sang is in positive consequentialism because, as we know, the majority of individuals agree that crime is wrong. However, consequentialism claims that it is the ethical things to do if a terrible action saves a person's life. So, I will pass the next question to NURUL and FARHANAH.
Thank you, Fakhira, Illisya. Next, I will proceed for the next part, which is discuss the action taken by the hero from a deontology point of view. According to the deontology, an act that is ethically wrong might lead to something beneficial. For example, hit terrorists to defend passengers. Hitting is bad, but protecting them is right. So the hero in the movie is Seok Hwan. Seok Hwan is the Myang's husband and Nari's father. When they board the plane to Hawaii, things not go as planned since terrorists follow a secret agent board at the same plane. The passengers are in danger and have been taken as the hostage. Then, suddenly, Seok Hwan starts rescuing passengers and acting like a hero. Even without the authorization of the authorities, he tried valiantly to save the lives of the passengers. Seok Hwan then collaborates with one of the stewards, Jung Hyun Min, to save the passenger from the terrorists. He then asked his ex-boss for the permission to go on a mission as a pension NIS agent, but he did not obtain it. He is still participating in the mission with the other two partners. Seok Hwan created guidelines for highlighting and emphasizing the terrorists. He established an intelligent collective network against the enemies. He is also on the autopilot system and control the flight's movement as the terrorists begin to deviate from the set route. Next, I will pass to the Darwisya Hadirah for the next part.
Thank you, Ain. So next, what ethical actions based on the golden rule that I will take if I were in the villain's shoes? So before that, I will explain regarding the golden rule. So the golden rule refers to a moral principle which suggests that you should treat others the way you want to be treated. This means that we should treat other people fairly and with respect. This principle comes in many forms, which are positive form, negative form, and also empathic form. Based on the movies of our choice, if I were in the villain's shoes, I would do the same as Chol Sung did to Myang and all the passengers. Although he is initially on the terrorist side to chase after Myang by hijacking the airplane, he still intends to save her and all the passengers against the terrorists. According to the positive formulation of the golden rule, it denotes that you should treat others the same way as you would want to be treated yourself. This can be relayed to the case of Chol Sung, which in order for him to be safe and respected by all the passengers, including Myang, he then decided to protect all of them by collaborating with them to go against the terrorists who intends to bring harm, especially towards Myang. As a result, this brought positive consequences for Chol Sung as well as all the passengers. In addition, if I were in Chol Sung's shoes, I will also ensure that the job given is carried out properly as to what the government has been asked. The job that has been assigned is to bring back Myang to save the world. Instead, his men who backstabbed him intend to sell Myang rather than to handing her to the government. As an ethical person, one should be professional in doing their job. They should not be easily influenced by their own interests or any other internal issues. Last but not least, what are the feelings that I would feel as the villain? So as the villain, I feel remorse towards all of the passengers for hijacking the airplane which brought them to trouble. Although the purpose was to only chase after Myang, the action taken probably will bring harm to all the unrelated passengers. I also feel ashamed for having teams that go against the main purpose of the task, which is to hand Myang to the government to save the planet. Instead, the teams decided to sell Myang to gain profit and to also take advantage of it. Me, as a leader, should be able to lead the teams to work in a proper manner according to the task given. In addition, I would also be ashamed of the cooperation given by some of the unexpected passengers who helped the cat and mouse game. Although Chol Sung started the chaos by hijacking the plane, they still wanted to collaborate with him to fight against the terrorists.
That's all from me. Next, I will pass to Ain to proceed with the conclusion.
Thank you, Darwisya, Hadirah. Next, I will move to the next part, which is the conclusion and the lesson learned from the movie. Every problem can be solved in a good way without the use of force. As an ethical person, we should always think of proper ways on how to solve any problems with a good manner and in a good faith. There are always alternatives that we can choose in order for us to solve any problems in this world without having to bring harm and use coercions against to the others. So, we must do not involve in others' problems that have nothing to do with them. We need to think about the safety of others who are passengers in this case of the movie. Other than that, the North Korean government's agent should not proceed with the mission to capture the defected agent by hijacking the entire plane and injuring other innocent passengers. Next, I will pass to Fakhira Illisya to continue and conclude the lessons.
Thank you, Nurul and Farhanah. The next conclusion that we gain from this movie is good relationships and a cooperative attitude are very important for everyone. Therefore, we should always help each other without expecting anything in return. The film also teaches us to be more creative and think outside the box in problem solving to escape the bad guys. The last conclusion, the film also shows us parents who make sure all obstacles can be overcome so that their family can reach their destination safely. This as well has taught us that every parent should be responsible for their children. Plus, we can see here that parents would sacrifice and trade any life for their children although it might risk their life. That's all from us for presenting the movie review of OK Madam.